We'd also like to take this time right now to welcome a close member of the Eyewitness News family, someone we've known and loved for a long, long time, Kathy Bozinski and company. Kathy?
Thank you, Mark. Now, WBRE TV and Nexstar Communications have tried to make wishes come true for youngsters for several years now, and I'd like to introduce you to Art Daube, our general manager. Art, you were on a little bit before. You were one of the people who was instrumental in making this Make-A-Wish telethon come true a few years ago. Why was that important to WBRE as a station?
Well, 4 years ago, I realized that we had a connection with Make-A-Wish. Several people on our staff, Donna Crilly in particular, Larry Steyerwalt, have been doing a lot of volunteer work with Make-A-Wish, and it dawned on me that nothing could help raise money better than a telethon. And I approached them with the idea, and they said, you know, we wanted to talk to you about, would you be willing to do a telethon? So we did it. We're the only one in the country at this particular moment. This is our 4th year, and it has been enormously successful, as everybody knows. But it gives us a chance to really show what kind of work Make-A-Wish does, give people an idea to assess the need themselves, and people in this area have responded beautifully.
And folks all throughout this area, you see us here on camera, but there is so much going on behind the scenes. Other people involved in WBRE TV, and they've really invested their time today to make this happen, and that shows how important this is to us as a station.
Well, this is a company-wide endeavor. You know, certainly the people you see in front of the camera, you and Don and Dia and Keith and Dawn, everybody knows them, but we have people throughout our company that are involved with this process, with this charity, and it's a 52-week effort for us, and we're really proud to work with them because they're an outstanding organization, and they work very, very hard, and it makes it easy for us to come in here and to help them accelerate their fundraising efforts.
How can you not want to be part of this? Exactly.
Well, that's true. That's exactly the case.
And we have some good news, I think, over here. I see Dr. Steve Furtick with what looks like a check presentation shaping up in just a minute.
What do we have here?
We're getting organized. I think we can get over there. Steve, how you doing?
Yeah, we've got a whole gang over here.
Look at this.
We brought the whole, we need bleachers, I think.
For Lauren and Albert, I hope you have a wonderful time in Disney World. We're not hearing a lot of phones. Let's get them going. We won't get off your backs until you make them ring. Quite simple. Hey, Sid, what's going on?
Vince, what a wonderful story. I mean, you look at Sal and what he did adopting Albert, dedicating his life. There's no reason why you can't get up and pick up that phone and give us a call and pledge some money here to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern Pennsylvania. A couple of very good friends and colleagues with me right now. Jesse Hardy of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm going to turn this one over to you.
Thank you. Every year, you know, we're here on WBRE TV, and one of the greatest gifts we get is the gift of time from the staff and the family of WBRE. And now I'm also going to turn this over because I'm not going to do the presentation. I'm going to let them explain to you just what it's all about.
Well, thanks, Jesse. I wish you would have given this to Art.
You're going to give Art the check.
I'll give you the check then. On behalf of all of us at NABIT CWA Local 23, it's and not only that, but it's also our great pleasure to be able to donate something from our treasury in Make-A-Wish's name, and I got to tell you that we're thrilled to be able to do this with you and come up here, and hopefully we'll be able to make a lot of wishes come true. So I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you very much, and hope this helps.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Bill. We have a great working relationship with NABIT CWA. For those that don't know, the labor unit who works with us at WBRE TV, and this is the 3rd year that they presented a check to Make-A-Wish to us, and I think that that's tremendous. So we appreciate it, and our thanks go out to everybody in the membership, all our employees at the station who are members of the bargaining unit. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, I have a question for you. Of course, this is Bill Dowdell, who was president of Local 23. Art, as general manager of WBRE a few years ago when this telethon started, I mean, there had to be something that you saw that you wanted us to get involved with this.
Well, at the time, the television station did not align itself, I think, with a charity. I'll use that word for lack of a better word. And I know that we had tremendous power to influence an organization and to help bring financial success to it. And we had a relationship with Make-A-Wish already. Donna Crilly and Larry Steyerwalt on our staff had been working with Make-A-Wish for really a few years, and other staff members had come into the fold, and when I had an opportunity to meet then Executive Director John Jablonski and sit down with Joe Malazzo and Bill O'Boyle, I just suggested, have you ever thought of doing a telethon? I had done several telethons at other television stations I had worked at, and they said, well, we've always wanted to do one. We wanted to ask you if you'd be willing to do a telethon with us. And so we started it. We're the only one in the country, the only television station that does a telethon for Make-A-Wish. This is the 4th year that we've done it. As you know, it's not like other telethons where after 10 minutes they go to entertainment for 20 minutes. It's us here for the entire 60-minute hours. We put in a lot of time, but the stories are very, very good. And I think it's great. I'm really proud of the fact that our staff gets as involved with this organization as they do. They put in a lot of their personal time, and it goes beyond the people you see in front of the camera. It goes to all the people behind the cameras, and that's what Bill Dowdell and the Local 23 signify here. It's everybody who's standing behind the cameras right now, back in the production truck, back in the studio, helping to make this happen, and it's something that we appreciate very much. And this is a great organization to work with.
And and we know from working this telethon, as you know, and Jesse, I mean, it's such a wonderful thing, and it really makes you feel good. And it's just such a worthwhile cause, and we're just so happy to be a part of it here today. That's what it's all about. Let's go to Jim Miller now with more.
Sid, thank you very much. 1-800-344-9474, the numbers.
Okay, we're right over here. Now, follow me. I'm going to go all the way over here, and I'm going to come down the line. We have 2 volunteers for the price of 1 here. See how we do that? 2 volunteers thank you for being here today. This is our phone bank. I'll go along this way. What did I say about idle hands being the devil's playthings? We need to put this fine gentleman to work. She's twiddling her thumbs. I can see that right here. Please pick up the phone and call. I'm going to come down the middle now. We have 2 banks of telephones. This away. This is the Wyoming Valley Mall. That away. And that away. This is Center Court, Wimbledon. This is where we hit the home runs. All right. Dawn is standing right here waiting for me to shut up, which is very difficult sometimes. We have a crowd gathering here at the mall. Look in the background. The merchants very generously said, come on down, let's do this. We have our Art Owens, Dave Thomas, he's standing there waiting for a Wendy's burger or something like that. We're going to walk over this way just a little bit. I'm going to do it slowly. Our orchestra leader, Art Daube, is standing here. Band director, look at this. That's where that great drum roll comes from. General manager, vice president of WBRE TV. Art, show us how. Can you do that for me one time here? Here, give me a little roll here. Outstanding. Thank you, sir. They used to do that after I told jokes, the rim shots. They've done that a few times. We're getting ready over here for our next interview. And here, once again, we have 2 volunteers for the price of 1 right here. That's...
All right, and we are back here, and we're trying to make this phone thing happen. Joining me now is WBRE TV Vice President General Manager Art Daube. Art, we're trying to make the phones happen.
Well, one of the big problems today, Mark, is the weather is so nice. And historically, when a telethon has nice weather, what we ask people to do is, if you're checking in the morning, please think of calling right now. Probably you're saying, I'll check in later on at the telethon, see how they're doing, and maybe I'll call later on. And one of the problems is you may go outside, it may be a beautiful day, you may not come back before the telethon is over. So what we ask you to do is, while you're watching right now, please call the number and make your pledge right now. It's that important. We're really going to struggle today with the nice weather, so we're asking people to pick up the phone, dial right now, and I just think that's incredibly important.
That important number to call is 1-800-344-9474 or 963-9474. That 9474 spells out WISH, and we're talking about not putting off the call. We've met so many children, Art, with a wide range of illnesses. Some do not have time on their side, so please take advantage of the time. Now, let me give you an example here. We have 24 phone operators ready to take your call. We have a lower level. We have an upper level. Until the lower level phones are all ringing, we can't get that upper level into full gear answering those calls. So please, if you're there, if you're listening, if you're watching, if you know a Make-A-Wish child, if you're home with your children or grandchildren, enjoying them, enjoying their good health, think about what a difference you can make in the life of some sick child, some seriously ill child.
We have 5 people here right now. No, not one phone is ringing out of these 5 people, and they've donated their time, and it would be terrific if you could just pick up the phone now and see if you can make one of these phones ring.
We do have one pledge we'd like to pass along. This is Lynn Welke of Edwardsville. She has generously donated a check for $50. We thank you, Lynn. We need more contributions. Doesn't matter how big, how small. Let's get the phones working. Come on, folks. Watch it happen. Watch your phone call make a difference. Let's put these people to work. They're volunteering their time on a beautiful Sunday here at the Steamtown Mall in Scranton. We're here for the 4th annual Make-A-Wish Telethon. We will be here until 7 o'clock tonight, and it is now open to the public this hour. We want to see you, and we want to hear from you.
And if you are planning on leaving today, leaving your house, please come down to the mall. You can make a pledge here in person. There's also a wishing well where you can toss spare change in if you'd like to do that. But if you are thinking of going outside, please come and join us here today.
Absolutely. We've seen so many special stories. It is time for another one that is bound to touch your heart. Let's show you that story, courtesy of Keith Martin.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk to so many